Yo, what is going on, everybody? So, I wanted to go ahead and make a video on open carry. Open carry is pretty fun for me. I do it, I would say, maybe 3 times out of the week, more or less. A lot of it is because, maybe, I don't know, I would say it's either my day off or the workload wasn't that heavy, so I was able to go home early. And the rest of the day is just, mundane stuff. Go to the grocery store, get some more bread and some milk, or just kind of just walk around the neighborhood, that type of deal. Nobody really bothers me, I don't bother them, that type of deal. That's always been my way of life. Don't bother me, I won't bother you. Leave me alone, you'll be left alone. So it's not really like a question that divides us here in the gun communities, like whether it be like the FUDs or the Full Metal Boys or something like that. It's not really a question, it's just more of a preference, really. And one thing that I love, and I love doing this every time when I open carry, and I always try to do this in places where, like, I would say, I want to say like my people, I would just say like non-gun people come across me and they initiate a conversation. That is the best part of it all, because I felt that I'm doing something to help my community, and I love this community. I really do. I love being on this side, even though we don't agree. I would say about 87% of the time. It's always where it's not really a circle jerk, but we can find common ground. I mean, I don't particularly like FUDs, but they're more than welcome to come into the community. And for, like, I guess, like the tactical fanboys as well. I mean, they're cringy, but they're more than welcome. It's a gun community. Love it. A law-abiding gun community, mind you. Like, to get back on the topic, is I love open carrying when I can get somebody that has no idea that it was even relatively legal to do it. They had no idea. And then and there's even some people like what kind of caliber is that? There's a lot of people that, like, I come across with, and that's why I love it, because I always saw them like 357 Magnum, and it's like, is that more powerful than a 9mm? I'm like, yeah, it is. I always make the joke, it won the Wild West. It was here. I mean, it was here before the 9mm ever was. And we have that conversation. And I love, like, people there, like, I meet them on the different side of the Academy Sports and Outdoors, or on the other side of the shopping center, whatever. And like a good conversation, a lot of them are like maybe about 15 minutes. And the ones that I like the most is when we kind of, like, pull ourselves aside a little bit and have a good conversation. They're like, oh, okay, in order for me to do what you're doing, which is, like, carry a gun. And I told them, like, well, there's two methods, which is concealed and open carry. And in Texas, we back in 2016 is when open carry was allowed. So we're still young at the stages when it comes to open carrying in Texas. You can do it with a rifle or a shotgun if you wanted to, but a lot of people didn't do it, at least where I'm from. Back around that time, there was a little group called Open Carry Texas, and obviously they prevailed because we can open carry. Yeah. But back to the topic. Man or woman. There's a lot of them. They actually, like, maybe it's because, like, there's not a good portion of people where I'm from that open carry, and the ones that do, I guess the pistols are just like everyday things. Then when they start seeing something of a revolver, 3-inch, 4-inch, 2.5-inch, 3.5-inch, that type of deal, they get a little intrigued, maybe because, okay, and a lot of it comes to, like, is it easy to actually handle? I'm like, yeah. And I always tell them, hey, look, in 357 Magnums, you can chamber 38 specials. You work your way up to that, but I tell them, and the downfall is if you buy a 38 special, it won't chamber 357 Magnum. But they like that. I was like, cool. They can. Maybe it's because you can shoot 2 in 1. I have no idea. That is like literally like one of the best things ever. Is when I can go ahead and install, I guess, a piece of confidence in somebody to go ahead and maybe take that step to the way I did. It's the tool. I don't know what I need it, but I'm glad it's there. Just like in my toolbox, I got 4 different types of hammers. I got a ball peen hammer, I got a regular hammer, I got a claw hammer, and a rubber mallet. Never used it. It's still there. It even still has a tag on it, but at least I know it's there. I started off with a basic shotgun, something you can throw in the truck, and with a simple bandolier that could hold, I would say, slugs and buckshots, because you can't shoot nobody with birdshot unless you want to face some severe penalties. So don't do that. A tip for you. So don't do that. And then I just escalated from that. I was like, well, shotgun is kind of just, it's a little bit of a problem, and I can't get a pistol till I was 21. So I waited out. So went ahead, got different types of shotguns. Went skeet shooting like crazy, because it turns out I can shoot pretty good when it comes to that. And then I just, okay, cool. Let me save some money, and got me a little bolt action 22 from Marlin, the XT version. It was awesome. It was dead accurate at 200 yards on pure iron sights. That was cool. I really wish I had footage of that, but I don't. Anyways, yes, yeah. It attracts people that do not appreciate you open carry. Maybe about 4 times from in the past year that could actually just recall. Obviously one time, if you see my other video where I was basically blindsided at a Whataburger, where I don't know who called it, but somebody obviously did. And then there's one time at a yogurt place. My wife got me into that stuff, so what are you gonna do? Love is love, right? They just had a problem with it, and I'm like, I just went ahead and told them, look, maybe you do things different in your country, but in our country we're able to do this. If you have a problem with it, go ahead and talk to the people that own it. I've cleared it with them. They know they don't know who I am. They just know my name, but they know my wife really well. Particularly, they were internationals. They were from some part of Mexico. I don't remember. I told them, look, and this was in Spanish, but I'll spare you my shitty language. Hey, look, what you do in your country is different from what we do here. You're in our country, so if you have a problem with it, managers over there, they didn't know that it was okay for me, because, well, duh, I asked, and they didn't have a problem with it. And maybe I got them into actually going ahead and maybe they can consider on their own, not the store, but at their house, they go ahead and get themselves a nice little shotgun. And in reality, they didn't. They end up getting some weird 22, whatever. As long as you're on this side of freedom, which is pretty cool, it really is. Think about those situations, because there's very little of those times that happen. But when it comes to open carry, man, I love the conversation. I love steering people as close as I can to get them there, or just get to the level where I'm at right now. I have a gun. I have a gun safe full of guns, bullets, ammo. Like I said, the law-abiding, responsible carry. That is what it's all about. You're not out there. Well, at least I'm not out there. I'm not out there to be some kind of sheepdog. I'm not out there to be some kind of jackbooted. I don't know what you even want to call them. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not military. So I'm not out there to do that. I'm just out there to exercise my constitutional right given to me from birth, mine to son. And and I'm just trying to go ahead and in my own way show people that yes, we are all very different. The way I dress, it may raise a suspicion, I guess. It's nothing crazy. It's there's just been times with a humongous mohawk, and they're like, oh, whoa, I didn't even see you carrying a gun there. I'm like, well, I have my license to do it, so I can do it. And I think mohawks are awesome, bruh. So there you go. We come from all walks of life, and believe me, we all have different accents from each other. But like I said, when it comes to open carry, you just gotta, a lot of it, I do it for just to be visible, to shine a light to the community, and to do my part to go ahead and just show people that the responsible carry is what we do. We're not out there to do basically what the false preconceived notion that a person that doesn't like guns has about us. Now I can't speak for anybody else but me. But when I strap on my firearms, a lot of it is for my personal protection and a tool. It's there. It's like when I carry multi-tools. Have I ever used a file on my multi-tool? No. But I guess I like that it's there. In this particular case, I like knowing that, I've obviously paid money to do it. I had to pass a course to do it, and I have to walk a very, very tight rope where I go. I have to make sure that open carry or concealed carry is allowed in there. If not, I don't go in there, and I don't ever do business with them ever again, whatever it may be. I can be starving, and I can be dehydrated. If I can't carry in there, well, guess what? I'm gonna go try to find me a spigot and drink some water out of that. And if that's the case, well, top ramen is only 36 cents, son. I'm gonna go about that way. With all that being said, I hope y'all go ahead and enjoyed the video. It was one of these on the topic, my thoughts in my head, and I just wanted to go ahead and share it with y'all. I'm not really after subscribers. I'm not really after for the money on YouTube that can or cannot be had. I'm just trying to get my message out there, in any way I can. Go ahead and shine some positive light to the gun community. Yes, there are some negative lights, but I feel on this video, it's about the positive lights of it all. So with all that being said, y'all stay free and y'all stay safe.